Oh, I forgot to turn that fan off. I like how that like just destroys the camera. Here, zoom in. Can you zoom in? Yeah. Zoom in. What's not zooming in? Zoom in. Hey. Now we'll be able to do it. Come on. Come on. Do it. Oh my god, the camera doesn't know what's happening. Look down. Don't look up. Don't look up. Zoom in. There we go. Alright. You know, you hear the term AI camera and you think, oh, is it going to be a smart camera? I shouldn't say that. It's going to like, it's like only going to focus on my fat dumper from now on and embarrass me if I'm mean to it. I gotta be nice to it. Why did I do that? I told myself earlier we weren't going to do scratches. Okay, hold on. Gotta glaze over the scratch. Cool. Eh. That'll do it. Alright. Okay. And then I don't know if I'm ready to jump to the white yet, but I wanted to see what the sort of salmony pink did. And it did what I wanted it to do, so we will keep building. What's going on the face? I need to lower this, actually. Here, watch. Watch my face cam here. We're gonna do a dip. Follow me. There we go. Sort of a little bit too high for the painting station. Let me back this out. Alright. I need to hit her with... I'm gonna do varnish on her head. It's too shiny. Too shiny, Jim. For some reason, this felt like I was opening a water bottle. You know, I'm sure if you drink this, you're in trouble, for real. It doesn't say it's not toxic, but it's also an AK product, so you can't trust that at all. Alright, so let's crank the head here. So I can see what I'm doing. I'll go ahead and do all of it. I need to stop touching this antenna. I know I'm not going to bend it, but I'm just... Or like break it, but I just keep shoving that one on the left. So I need to chill. Let's go ahead and just do a quick little varnish coat here. Kill any of the shine from our glaze on top of the zenithal. There we go. That way we can see where we're at render-wise. Look at that. See, now we can actually see what's happening as it dries. I do love the legs, though. I think the salmon pink is a good edge color. Maybe I can do some chipping. Chipping, not scratching. A little bit of a difference there. Okay, cool. Hope you're all having a good day today. Sorry, let me try and say that faster. Hope you're having a good day today. It's Friday. You know what that means. We get to be bad. You can have the dinner that's bad. What are you going to have for dinner that's bad? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I already convinced Sydney what we're going to do. I said, hey. Wait, did I? I don't remember if I said it to her or not. I want Taco Bell. I want Taco Bell. I'm not going to lie. I want it. Last night I did butter chicken curry. The night before that we did nabe hot pot. The night before that I did mushroom risotto with balsamic chicken, okay, with a little goat cheese, okay. Night before that I don't remember what I did the night before that. And then the night before that, we did Korean corn dogs. If you know what those are like, then you know we were enjoying ourselves. They had the mozzarella cheese and the fried potatoes on the outside. I am the chef de cuisine, okay, around here, so I stay cooking. That's what we need to do, is a cooking stream, since I have all these smart cameras that I can have follow me around. It'll be like Julia Childs, but not. So I'm just pulling the paint in the direction I want it to taper. Yeah, I need to do some beef bulgogi. Oh, actually, I take that back. I wanted to, well, I guess I can do both, but it's a lot of the same. But or I guess you can do beef and japchae. But I got the sweet potato noodles, so I can do japchae. So I want to do that soon. We had to run up to the Asian market in Oklahoma City because there is nothing where we live. Obviously, big difference between here and Washington. But even in Dallas, where I lived, it was the Korean part of town. So I always lived somewhere I can get ingredients easily. Not so much now. You gotta do about an hour round trip. Oh, I love this song. All right, let's do some more edge highlighting here. I think Sydney and I might stream some Baldur's Gate later as well. So we'll be on here doing that. Sorry, I don't know where I am on my camera. Sorry. If you missed the first part of the stream today, before I took my little lunch breakerino, we started the mini, so it has just been slowly rendering in the red armor here. It's your first time here, thanks for hanging out. We're working on one of two brand new miniatures that we released this month. They're going out to patrons first, and then they'll be available on our web store afterwards. This is the painting scale, or about 54 mil version. We also have gaming scale, so smaller. You can see her here. 25 mil base versus 40 mil base. I got a booger on the brush. It's because I have the fan on. Oh, let me know if the fan noise is too loud. I had it off earlier, but it's just gotten a lot warmer in here, so I need to make sure I'm not like gonna die. I think with the background music, it'll probably obscure the fan noise, but just let me know if there's an annoying whatever sound. An annoying sound that isn't me. If it's me that's the annoying sound, I understand, I get it, like, I'm sorry, you know. Okay, good progress. Coffee and phone. I need my phone. Hold on. Sorry. 1 second as I go over here and freak out the camera. There we go. I don't know if you guys saw the new, what Free Guild, right? Minis that were showing up today from GW. I really like them. I think they look sick. These guys right here. I want this set, no matter what. I gotta get these. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. I mean, come on, look at this guy, huh? Look at this guy. I mean, I don't really care about the bear helmet, but this one's crazy. He's like, yo, I'm out here dusting the Zaza with the undead. Look, is he trying to smoke the Zaza or is he playing the pipe? Either way, these are crazy. I love the doctor. Look at him. It even says Sigmar. That's crazy. You think he cares? And then look, we got the Dingus dog, trademark Dingus. We got Banner guy. Those look sick. I like that set. It's also, you know, I can probably actually paint those and not go crazy. This one, you know, this is cool. It's called like the Wheel Saint or something. Look, we got like a little demon, little imp guy. We got dude that looks like a halfway finished Nurgle sculpt right there. I don't know if I like that. We got Fat Friar Tim right there. And we got this lady in the middle. I mean, I appreciate that this whole faction is like not white people. Like they have every release, they are varying every skin tone, which is really nice. So that's a net positive in the world of Age of Sigmar. But this sculpt is very similar. If you guys look at Lost Kingdom miniatures, they did a Bretonnia release, and they have somebody being carried on a throne like that as well, which I understand is also similar design to like the Living Saint or whatever it was from the old Bretonnia stuff. I said Bretonnia army, but so I don't know. I feel like this could have gone harder. It's very understated, which this whole I don't know. I mean, I feel like it could have been better, but either way, Matriarch of the Great Wheel, and she doesn't even have wheels. And then they released this Great Cannon. This is also pretty cool. So I don't know. This is a bad angle for the photo because you can't tell what this is. Is this another gun, or is it like a loading mechanism or something? Or I don't know. Kind of hard to tell what's going on with that. I'm sure, obviously, there's more. And then they did show this guy off too. But very basic. I'm sure every streamer and painter, though, will take it, convert it a little bit, and do something with that. But yeah, those are pretty cool. I'm excited about those. I've liked the other releases. They also have a Warcry warband coming out as well, if I'm not mistaken. That looks pretty cool. So, yeah. It just sucks that they're Games Workshop prices because I don't want to pay. Look, okay, we're broke over here. We're trying to start a business. We're trying to sell minis, okay? But I also will keep buying minis. Sydney and I are probably going to play the new baby Warcry box that came out as well, with the vampires and the Sigmar for the Stormcats. I'm also interested to try Talasaurian's Combat Cyberpunk Red Combat Zone? Is that what it's called? Their skirmish game. I need to watch a video on it to make sure it's like something I'd be down with. I remember I missed the Kickstarter, and I was like, I'll catch it at retail. And then of course now it's like out at Gen Con, which makes sense. Alright, let's push the face here. Since I haven't heard from Jake, I'm guessing they did not have the Cat Malifaux crew available at Gen Con. Which is fine. I mean, I assumed that was out of production, but he said they were going to have previous Nightmare editions, and you never know what that means. But they got to order a lot if it's hips. Even PVC, the newer ones that are PVC, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you can't just be like, we'll take 10 boxes, please, factory. Not really how that goes down. Knowing what I know now about factory production, like the Bones 5 ghost ship, like the big pirate ship they did, that is, I'm pretty sure they took a loss on that. I don't know how selling like 300 of them actually was not a money sink, but But at the same time, they've worked at that same factory for a while. Oh, I forgot to post in Discord. Whoops. I just hate doing the app everyone because I feel like that's the easiest way to get that notification turned off, but okay. Why don't we do a little black in there and start separating stuff out? I like what we got though. Look, it's coming together. It's coming together. Yeah, chest muscles being ripped. Hunched over too much. Alright, hold on. Give me 1 second so I can post in the Discord. I'm live again. Okay. A little sip of coffee. Okay, I want to use cold black. There we go. So we will do so. He's back. He's back, I'm back. We're back. Okay, so tubes and parts are what we're focused on here, so that's what we'll kind of go after. Do they have backstories? Oh, I had to read. I read the comment before the name. What's up, Alex? I mean, you know, as you know, as you have firsthand experience, you know, we don't want to go too far too fast with what we're doing, right? So, you know, we are saying they're not part of a world, right? But we're also smart enough to know that they should be. You know what I mean? So, but not necessarily like when the you know, we don't want to be like, yo, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing, you know, We just want to be doing two things. Minis and then like a project, and that's always kind of what it's going to be. But so the inspiration, like whenever we post up on the store, there'll be more info, right, with the minis and like who they are. But so Osa is Wasp in Ukrainian, and so that's sort of like our spelled a little bit differently. But a lot of our naming conventions, right, since Katya is in Ukraine, we want to sort of pay homage and support to Ukraine. And so Osa, the Cyber Wasp, she is sort of like anime inspired. She is a hacker and has an attitude. That's why she's doing like the loser symbol, right? She, definitely is like anime, kawaii, like sassy attitude was the idea with her specifically. And like when we were discussing sort of the pose and the vibe and like what you wanted to get from the sculpt, it's sort of like she just did some shit, she's calling you a loser, and she's about to like fly off really fast, right? So that was kind of the idea with that, with her specifically. But yeah, so I mean, yes, we do have a little bit more than just making minis in mind, but we don't have anything that we are discussing currently. Of course I did that. I knew I was going to get paint on the bikini section. Here, let me pretend it's a shadow. There we go. But yeah, because they're going to have little fun backstory descriptors and everything. But that was her inspiration. And then for Zychuk, the gun bunny. Well, let me get the big one. Zychuk, the gun bunny. Okay, he's got his carrot grenade, his Uzi, his little utilitarian work suit. Now I'm gonna paint him in like these are like coveralls or something, or like a jumpsuit. But his backstory is that I don't know. We don't really have one. The design for this one was less about like the emotion and more just wanting to do a fun sculpt. So that was the idea there. So I'll probably have something fun for him. She had like Guardian of the Galaxy type of vibes or something, like a heroic sci-fi hero whenever she was sort of doing the sculpt and making edits on it. But so that was kind of what we had with that. And then next month we have two very cool characters. Both are going to be fantasy. Our initial idea was that we would do a fantasy and sci-fi sculpt every month. And the first month ended up just being two sci-fi sculpts. But we have those sculpts already planned and what they're going to be. We have all of the inspiration and like mood board and all that stuff done. One of them is going to be very like flowy and dynamic, and I think she's going to do an amazing job with that. And then the other one is a very stereotypical trope and like fantasy villain, but we're taking like the body proportions in a totally different way. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Then very rapidly we're gonna have to start working on some paranormal sculpts. So because that Kickstarter is supposed to launch in October, so you're gonna be seeing Sydney do streaming of any illustration, layout work, stuff like that. You'll probably see Katya doing streaming, doing sculpts for that. So any crowdfunding projects we can do where we can offer STL files is really big, because I want our sculptors to get 100% of that money. So it'll be really good for her, because that'll be direct to her pocket whenever we can do STL work. Okay, so we need to do down here. What I'm doing right now is just sectioning off all of the areas that are not going to be this, like red armor. These are cloths, so the back of the calf, the butt, and the boobilers are supposed to be like a cloth material. So we got to figure out what we want to do with that. And not have it be super distracting, at least on the breasticles, the orbs of distraction. But I guess I'll go ahead and do those two. I want to section off. I want to do a very thin sliver of armor on the interior line where that what I'm painting right now meets this tube. So I want a little bit of red going through to separate them out. I think I can do it without looking weird. I just have to get this painted and then I can section it. Without too much trouble. Okay. Still not sure what we're doing with the wings. If they're going to be physical wings. Hey, you're going to have a mini very soon. I was hoping to have them done this week, like I had said, but I got new glasses, and they were making me really sick. Like, I've worn the same frames for almost 4 years, like over 3 years. And I got these, and they're a lot smaller and like more curved on the sides. And literally, it was like 5 minutes the first day, and I'm ready to puke. So I was like, okay, I really gotta chill. And it like just messed me up. But yeah, I was talking about your mini earlier. I've been loving your recent illustrations. Alright, so I don't know on the face. So with this red wasp, it's a little bit different because she's like a red wasp bean. If it was a typical black and yellow wasp, right, like it'd be easier to kind of mix and match the sections because I want her to be primarily red. We might do more of like a purpley red, burgundy, sorry, a wine color, something like that on her alternate sections. But I do want black accents because that makes sense with some of like the piping. I don't think this version will have anything super bright. I do, like I said, I wanted to do like painted, some like freehand, like white striping on the legs and other armor bits, maybe some letters or numbers or something. What is this music? Hold on. We're gonna go over here. Were you saying the STLs will be Kickstarter stuff? So any plans to do STL tier? Absolutely not, guy. We're not gonna get robbed. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, as I go over here to change the song, 2 reasons for that. So, oh my god, what is happening? Cool, we'll deal with that. All right, so 2 reasons for no STLs on Patreon. 1, we are trying to make a living doing this, and so obviously we need to be able to charge the most that we can per release, which means a physical miniature. So that's what we're going to be doing. But 2, having worked at Broken Anvil, the second they released anything, it was on a Telegram server, and you can do nothing. You cannot stop people from selling them on Etsy. You can complain all you want, unless you have your own Etsy store, they will do nothing to take them down. And it becomes like a full-time job trying to stop people from sharing your files for free. So that will never happen. On a crowdfunding campaign, we'll do that just because that is the easiest way for our sculptors to get like a large chunk of cash immediately, right, rather than profit share on physical sales. And then we will offer physical sales afterwards, but that'll be because you always want to offer as many good things as you can, right? On a crowdfunding campaign, that's probably the easiest way. And the only reason we aren't offering physical minis as a part of a crowdfunding campaign is just because we wouldn't be able to handle the production. I'm the one that's producing them all, and there's just no way, right? We want to make sure that like anything that we're doing that's going to be crowdfunding is very easy for us to deliver, unlike my previous employer who's like never going to deliver anything they took money from. So, but that is why we're not doing it. It is just not going to be sustainable for us. Plus, I mean, I don't know, like, what, it's not even worth our time to do STLs on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we only release a couple of sculpts per month, so, like, what would we charge? Or we would just charge what we charge for the physicals, and then people would say we're crazy, and we'd be like, sorry. Like, literally, we're trying to provide income for someone stuck in Ukraine, and then myself. So it's like, sorry, it is what it is. But we're also strategic too, like for Paranormal, the miniatures that we are producing are most likely not going to be able to be used for anything other than that game or something similar. So that's also why we aren't like, you know, we aren't as sort of adverse to that idea, just because it's like, I mean, if somebody shared it, I mean, whatever, right? Like, I don't know what you're going to use them for, so. Alright, let's do the face here. Actually, let's do her back. Now, like I said, I haven't decided what to do with the wings, so I'm not going to touch them with this paint yet. Because if I need to go, like, really bright with them, then I'd rather go white on top of that than black. Okay. We can probably take a break on the armor for now too, because I feel like we're at a decent place, so I can probably start working on either metals or piping or whatever the alternate color is going to be. Oh yeah, I forgot I wanted this plating to be separate color. Not sure what I want to do for the eyes either. Maybe some kind of glow. Alright, so we got our two little cords here. I was a little bit sloppy there, it's fine. I thought about doing the tips of the antenna in red, but at the same time, maybe doing them in a secondary accent color is probably a better choice, so that's what I'm anticipating. Okay, let's do a little brain work here. Some kind of cream color, ivory color would probably work really well with what we have going on. Obviously, we're doing giant anime eyes. No, just kidding. It's like a visor. It's not big eyes like that. Even though it is funny that both sculpts somehow ended up not having like traditional eyes. Funny enough, our next release definitely have full features. One's a villain, like I said, so a little bit different there, but then the other one is very traditional, so in terms of a nice looking face, so I know Katya's excited about that. Coffee break, sorry. Alright. Why don't I start doing some... I'll just do some non-metallic metal. Easy. Easy non-metallic metal. Boring stuff. I'm running out of palette space here. If you guys have any questions, anything like that, always feel free to ask. Remember, you can see all of our socials and links on our link tree. Linktree/allgravy will get you there. I think it's like linkt.re/allgravy is the way they do it now, but or you can go to All Gravy Games. There's a .com. All the links are there as well. You go to patreon.com/allgravy. See that info. If you want to go to the Patreon and not just wait until the minis are for sale on our web store later. There we go. Alright, let's start sketching out some metal. Okay. What is going to be metal here? What is metal? We have a lot of options. Luckily, a lot of these volumes are so easy and like obvious, so not going to be difficult. Let's see, so up here. VR reflection. On the side, what are we dealing with? Like right there? Okay. Okay. I'm just sort of sketching in all of our volumes. Alright, now I gotta pay attention to what. So that I don't think would be direct metal. That I wouldn't want to mess with as metal. What can I get away with in the easiest way? Was there some schmutz? Some schmutz got underneath the paint here. Let me get my knife. There it is. There we go. A little rough patch. I don't know what that was. It's like dirt. She had some dirt. Alright, let's do the face. That'll be easier. I'd rather do what's obvious in front of me than what I have to like scratch my head on. Okay, so right here. Okay. Simple enough. Now what else is going to be metal? Let's say... Still think that's an alternate color. That's black piping. Alternate color, I would say the tips of the toes, so the center spine column here is probably metal. Oh, and then these spheres right here in the back, which is also very easy. I guess these, whatever they are. Just kind of hit that. Hold the back of this hip joint, okay. Be pretty lazy on this. Okay. Let's do the top of that. Just do the holes for the top edge there. Alright, so now. Yeah. Yes, to answer your question. Okay, so, but I want to do 3 versions of her. But I just started with the red one today because I figured it was the easiest, or I guess the most interesting to watch. The yellow one, I want to do a little bit more prep on because I'll do a base airbrush application with pink and then tint it with yellow through the airbrush because that's like the best way to get really, really good looking yellow gradient, which I was discussing earlier. I can airbrush here in my current office setup on this camera, like my main camera here, which I couldn't do before. And then the other one, I don't know the best way because I want to do it like a great black wasp. I think is what it's called. Giant black wasp. There you go. Whatever. Whichever ones we have here that like they hunt down grasshoppers and lay eggs inside of them and then bury them in the dirt. But they're like an oil slick, so I don't know if I want to do that with like some kind of color shift paint or something like that. But that seems like a one-trick pony if I go that direction, so it's not as fun. And then the rabbit is going to be a very easy paint job, so that he's just going to kind of rock out in probably one session or something when I get him done. But a pink base with what? With what? So yeah, there's a lot of the time when you see yellow painted, it's done poorly on top of like black, and it makes it look like this kind of gross, like vomity, like yellow to green-ish tint as the yellow pigment is thin, drying on top of black. And so a way to prevent that, you can do it with a few different colors. If you want it to be a cool yellow, you would use something else. But if you want it to be a really warm yellow, you would use a magenta to white application below. So like, just imagine this, if I were to tint it with magenta and then go back on top of white, and then I tint that with yellow, it would look super rich and vibrant, especially with the paints that I developed, right? Like that, there's so much pigment in the yellows that it's insane. So, but that's what I want to do with that, just to make it a little bit easier. And then of course she will be black and yellow, as like your traditional sort of wasp, yellow jacket vibe, hornet vibe, whatever. That's why this one, I think we're gonna do like a darker burgundy as our like secondary color. So learning the best way to build. Yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of the times too, it's either somebody tells you, right? They're like, oh, try it this way, or it's trial and error. So I don't think literally for the last year I ever had to paint anything yellow. So I never had to worry about it. But Cavalry Brown, oh my god. Well, actually, so I ripped that color off when we were developing these paints. I made sure, no matter what... Where is it? It's not in front of me. What's happening? I have a Cavalry Brown, Rust Brown copy. In case you were wondering, so... German gray, German black? I forget which one that was. Or was that Cav gray? Or Cav blue? I forget. I know which one you're talking about. I forget what it ended up being. But yeah, developing the paint line, that was like one of the first colors. And then it ended up being Spencer, the other guy I worked with, like favorite color as well. It's not in front of me. I have no idea where it is. I'm actually kind of worried because I only have so many bottles of this paint that I doubt will ever be made. But okay, well I gotta figure that out. That's not fun. Alright. I'm gonna go a little bit brighter here. A little bit brighter, and then I'm gonna glaze this on top of our metal bits, and then we can start re-rendering it. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I needed to fix this dumb camera. Hey, will you focus on something? Thank you. Okay. Okay, so, like I said, I'm just glazing, and you can see already the transition there on that right hip is really subtle, but super fast way to just build in the non-metallic metal. Just pulling the brush, the glaze in the direction of the transition, and then we can build it on brighter and brighter and brighter. Until it looks like, oh, okay, cool, metal, but super easy. Super easy, fast application. Okay, so we can render that out further here. This is all under shadows. It's a little bit hard to know. I don't even know if yeah, you can't even see it on camera because it's like under the wing. Go brighter. I'm all over the palette here. Okay, that's pretty easy. Hard angle to hit. Sorry, painters out there. I didn't think about this angle whenever we were designing this mini, but I feel like that's the only difficult sort of edge to hit. Let me back out. Okay, let's do this other one here. Now this is gonna be really fucking annoying because it's tiny. So everybody hold on to your butts. Of course, I say it's tiny, and this is the painting scale. So shout out to anybody attempting non-metallic metal on the gaming one. I would be way lazier. Did I change my branding? What do you mean? The account name? Yes. Because we are now no longer just me, we are a we. After Broken Anvil laid everybody off, and I no longer paint for them. I've now moved back across the country, and I am in business with a sculptor and my wife, and a few other people like engineers and stuff that I worked with in Washington, and we are making miniatures. So All Gravy Games is the name of our company, and what I'm working on right now is one of our first minis. One of two minis for this month. Every month we come out with new sculpts. So, yes, I would assume it's been a long time since you've seen me streaming on here. Probably at least a year. I know I haven't streamed on here in at least a year, so. Okay, let's see. Yeah. I mean, you know, spent the last year helping develop games. The paint I'm using are the paints that I designed last year as well. So I mean, I was doing a ton of work, just obviously for a company. And now that is over, I'm back. There you go. Gotta keep making a living. Except even more exciting this time. Oh man, yeah, it must have been, I don't even know, what, 2018? Then? Maybe 2017? Definitely a long time ago. Check my phone. I'm very confused. Okay, 1 second. 1 second as I run away from the camera. Alright, try that. Okay, so I gotta figure out how to get the right angle here for this leg. Another really fun, good luck experience here. Something like that. That's not right, but I am not going to try and do something else there, so we'll just do it that way. Okay, so just keep building that around. I think that's a decent. It's going to go brighter, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go too bright because I don't know how bright I want the reflections to go on that red armor. So any metal right now just kind of has to chill out until I know for sure, like, okay, this is the end all be all brightness of, you know, the entire composition. Back when I used to work with Spencer, I don't know how many times he probably heard me say, I don't want to go too bright. I don't want to go too bright too fast. Did I do it again? Okay, I'm really confused at what's happening. Really confused at what's happening with our epidemic sound. Is this... What's going on with this? Oh, it looks like it's not round because we clipped this edge. I've like painted over the edge in a weird way. That's funny. It's like an optical illusion. Okay. Alright, so we have the earmuffs, so to speak, and then we have the two circular parts in the back. And those are the only other sections that I know for sure I want to be like metal, so throw some corner here. So it exists in there. This side, and we keep wrapping around. Again, this is under the wing. Yeah, you can't see that. Don't paint what you can't see. Even though it's funny. What's his name? Dima, I think is his name. The studio painter from Parabellum. I think that's his name. If it's wrong, I'm sorry. What was funny is he was talking about, they did like the resin, he judged for the resin beast at Adepticon, and there's a video about it. Literally the first thing he said he does is he was like, I immediately flip the miniature over and see all the places you can't see if you didn't paint it. And I'm like, that's... okay. That's like usually not a criteria, especially with like dioramas and stuff, right? But I remember hearing that and I was like, dog, you're a professional. You know for sure you are not painting every nook and cranny of the box art that you're working on. Like, nobody does. That's not... unless it's like a GW mini that's getting a 360 shot. Studios don't ask for that. Okay, I locked myself out of my phone, so I can't change this. I gotta go over here. Sorry! Run from the camera. Enjoy the weird angle it gives you. So what do? Do I just like click this? Will it keep going? Okay, I think it'll work now. I'm back. It's me. My little assistant is working so hard. Okay. So I heard my phone go off, so. Since we've had random people at our front door already today. Alright, I'm gonna keep going for like 20 more minutes. I appreciate all you hanging out today, though. Like I said, Sydney and I are gonna stream again later this evening. Or today, I don't know what time. But we'll be streaming some Baldur's Gate. Hoping Katya can do some sculpting soon. I think this weekend Sydney's gonna stream working on some all gravy stuff. I'm not sure what it'll be. Maybe some paranormal, like promo stuff is what we need really fast. I'm going to try and organize a game, a test run of Paranormal as well. So if you are on the Discord, keep an eye out. And if you are on Patreon, I'm going to be posting this weekend as well. So we're going to be doing a playtest of Paranormal. Again, the Kickstarter campaign is approved, so the game is ready to rock and roll. If you would like to get in on that, make sure you reply on Patreon. You only need about an hour, access to Discord, and a microphone. That is all you need. And I can handle the rest. I guess you also have to be able to, you know, stand spending around an hour with me. Unfortunately, I know it's unavoidable for playtesting. You gotta deal with me, but we've got 20 sessions that I need to crank through to get like sort of the last. I mean, that sounds like a lot. It's really not, but it's essentially 20 things that I need to run through to make sure that they are ready and good for the campaign. So, slamming my palette all over the place. I may end up doing a playtest this weekend. I think I'm also going to try and do a playtest locally as well. I don't know if JV's still in here, but DM Dave's would be a good place to do a playtest. If he cares. I mean, well, he celebrates small publishers, so I feel like he might be down with it, you know, I don't know. But I gotta know him before I can randomly make an ask, so. I have a lot of one-time favors I can pull, which is nice, but we're being very very smart about when and who we ask for some of the favors we can do, so. Out of all the YouTubers that I've worked with now, and painters and all of that, like, you know, I don't want to ask for any favors more than once, and I want to be cool about it, so we just sort of have to work our way around some stuff for launches. I just really messed that up. That's not good, what I just did. Let's pretend I never did it. Let's just undo. We're gonna undo that and pretend I didn't do that. How about that? That was no good. I need to clean all this up. The shape also is kind of tough because of how thin that edge is, but I'm sure we get it figured out. Okay, so, I mean, we've made good progress on the second stream of the day here, our second session here working on Osa. For current patrons, all of these minis are going to ship out next week, so I hope you guys are excited about that. I know I'm excited to see people painting on them. A couple people got the painter scale mini, which is what I'm working on right now. Most people got the gaming scale, which I take. More power to you. But if this is like a box art, you know, I want to give myself as much room as possible. This needs to be brighter back here. That's what I was thinking. It just was a little too dark, and then let's make a darker color. As I say that, now let's make it darker. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit one final time here before we bounce. I'm gonna hit all of the this black that we throw on there with some AK so that we can see what we're doing when we come back. You know, I really like this AK because you can work on top of it without any issue. I would do this all the time when I was working on studio stuff. If you guys saw the Archon the Cruel that I worked on, he had so many layers of AK as I kept working back and forth on the scales. You know what's crazy is like, I never even heard what Joe thought of that paint job. Never heard anything. He shared my Instagram account too, which is insane, and I got like 2 followers. That just tells you, even if a celebrity with like 2 million followers tags you, doesn't mean anything. But what was crazy was then Ninjon did his copy and like made us, he didn't even ask, he made us ship. It was just so cringe. But I think actually my boss lied and like told him that he could, and then my boss told us that like Ninjon did it. It was just weird. Our boss was like a pathological liar, so. Alright, so I'm gonna get this. Oh, it's so much better. So you can see how it just mats everything down. Okay. That will make it a lot easier when we come back. Kind of see where we're headed. I may as well do the wings too, but again, I'm not 100% sure what base coat I'll need for the wings, so it's just gonna kind of stay the way it is right now. But, okay. Thanks so much for, again, hanging out today. Where's this one? So here are the 2 sculpts. You can check out all the info at patreon.com/allgravy. Excuse me. Or you can go to allgravygames.com for more information. If you would like the sculpts early, you can get them by signing up as a patron, shipping included. Or you can wait until they are for sale in our web shop. The production material is awesome. You can see right here. Really, really good material. Doesn't snap, break, shatter, any of that stuff. Of course, I wouldn't recommend doing what I just did because you will eventually break your sculpt. But the stuff doesn't break. You can drop it. It's table proof, gameplay proof, all that. So, really nice. Thanks so much, guys. Again, I'll probably be on back again later, but we'll be streaming playing Baldur's Gate 3. So, thanks. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you find $20 in your pocket. If you're on Patreon, make sure you keep your eyes out. We're going to be some new posts this weekend for you specifically. Patreon.com/allgravy. Adios. Leave me alone, camera. Quit following me. I'm trying to get away.